dealing with temptation or tribulation. Different things that's going to cause you to get offended. The thorns, that's, Jake, that, my wife, and, what about my job, and, what about my family if they see me, and, that's, Yahushua, he's breaking it down, man. And when you come into this thing, you actually see how those parables play out, man.
Exactly. We've seen quite a few.
Read that next one. The thorns.
Matthew 13 and verse 22. He also that received the seed among them. Slack, let me start all over. He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, choke the word, and he becometh fruitful.
Hey, that's the same individual. Like when you go into the other parable, when the Lord bid all those servants to the feast, the wedding feast, and they all begin to make excuses. Somebody find that. I think I said Luke 22. No, Luke 14. I think that's Luke 14.
Actually, I was
And you're gonna see one of those excuses.
Luke chapter 14 and verse 16. Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper, and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready.
Hey, everything is made ready. When that little wedding table, the wine is on the table, the bread, everything is sitting out ready for you to come and sup. What's up, man? Come eat. You're invited. Come on. Right? The Lord got it all set up, man. So if the Lord invited you, if he sent you an invite, ain't no, before
Oh man, I gotta do something with my woman, man.
I don't know, man. I got some obligations, and I had plans, and motherfucker, you getting bid to the marriage. You getting bid to salvation right now. What are you talking about?
This is actually being played out right now.
Come on. And the woman that you about to marry, like, dude, if you only knew, man, you ain't really getting married, my man. Like, that's not even, to consummate is marriage. And in order to really consummate she gotta be a virgin, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta break that hymen. You gotta break her in. That's how. Now you married her.
Hey, what do you have?
That's the spirit. That's the spirit, bro.
He was like, you say you have no husband, but you have 5, and the husband you now have is not thy husband.
Bro.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts to know that. But if you clean yourself up in this truth, you can spiritually be married as a wife unto our Lord, unto the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, when she repents and gives it back to the Lord, it's like she's clean all over again. But at that point, she can't leave from her man again.
Asiatic black man.
Israel.
Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah, all Israel too.
Israelites.
Yes. King David. Yes.
Line of Judah.
Judah.
Yeah.
Venus. And Jupiter.
That's Greek. That's Greek.
No, it's
Greek.
true.
That's Greek, my man.
It's true.
All right, man. That's cool. Destroy. Go ahead. We'll go back into. I think I called for what, Luke 14. Yeah, go ahead.
King David owned up to the planets. And Jacob got his own.
Okay, that's cool. Yashua, nigga, concentration camp open up. Kwam Yashua Allah in, nigga. Alright? Say Kwam Yashua Allah behind that barbed wire fence, nigga. Then Jake is, no, I'm black. I'm American. I believe in America. I'm American.
Power to the people.
I don't know them guys, man. I was just watching them on YouTube.
Kind.
That's what we read about
Yeah.
in Matthew. I mean, actually, we're over at in Matthew 13 chapter, what we was talking about. When persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. Right? He hit a stumbling block that he can't get past. Instead of still working his way through it, he can't get past this. I can't continue down the path of my salvation because I don't want to die. Whatever the case may be.
Jake is through, man. But go ahead,
Both sides of the
Luke chapter 14, verse 16. Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper, and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for our things are now ready. And they all.
It's already made ready for you, man. You see how easy it is, like, how easy it is to like really get this thing.
The apostles had to cook, they had to work, man. They had to go to the libraries, do the research and travel, and they had to do all that.
And we entered into other men's labors.
Yeah.
We entered into what already
They sold
the
it.
foundation was already laid. We're just entering into that.
Yeah.
So basically, all you need is just the unicorn, and you can get all this for free.
Yeah.
All this, you can eat all this. This is a free buffet right here. This is a free buffet right here, man. And you ain't getting no GMO shit. You ain't getting no bullshit, man. You ain't getting no abominations. Okay? This here is premium. All right? Top quality, high quality, man.
5 star.
5-star. You getting all the nutrients that you need with this, man.
Yeah, there's some bitter in here. Yeah, some bitter, but you need that. It's balanced.
Bitter herbs, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Verse 18. And they all, with one consent, began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs to go and see it.
Yeah, man, I bought this property, man. And
prepare this land, because it's harvest.
Yeah.
It's time to.
You know, in new times, you know, about to prosper, but it's all there.
I'm investing in some real estate, you know.
Trying to open this business.
Yeah. Get paid. You gotta understand, man.
these are different examples of the cares of this life.
Yeah.
As long as you preoccupied with that, you can't be useful for the ministry.
Right.
The Lord ain't looking for such an individual like that. If that's more of your priority than getting the engrafted word which is able to save your soul, then you're just not of His, man. And the Lord, He has no need of you. All right? We understand that this life right here ain't really a life. Okay?
No matter what your status in the earth is, it's in a life. Jay?
Into this world, man. Our life is hid in Yahweh Shai, man. Go ahead,
The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it.
I gotta go tend to that, you know. I gotta go check up on it, you know what I'm saying? Make sure nobody, you know, is invading or intruding on my property. Nobody's trespassing on my property, you know. I wanna make sure, you know, certain things is right, things that need to be repaired on it, you know. All right, man, go tend to that, man. Don't come to camp. If that's more important, hey, man, live your life, man. You know? And that, hey, the Most High, that's how the Most High is in the heavens, man. Now, you care more for that than serving me. Who you think gave you that? You know?
I'm talking about the niggas that was up here, I don't know what to call them, black conscious that was up here. How is it that you care about? All they did up here was just talk about how this ain't the truth. That's all you got is to talk about how this ain't the truth. We'll tell you about your doctrine and our doctrine and the problems and pitfalls of your doctrine, but all you can do is deny what we're talking about. Because our doctrine destroys your cares of the world. And when it breaks up your cares of the world, you don't want nothing to do with it. It ain't beautiful. That's why, like you said, Kemet is flesh and a world piece. It appeals to women in the world. If you like those things, then you'll love that doctrine. Well, now my flesh is different. Now to this, brothers, yeah, it looks different, but it's no different. If you're a Jake, yeah, it is better than everybody else's. If you're a Jake, no matter what you look like. But it's not the flesh that'll do it, it's the spirit in you that does it.
The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. Woo.
So, hey, that's a...
Man.
You have to be foolish enough to even get married with a woman on this side, man.
I mean, after hearing the truth,
Yeah.
She told him she couldn't get none.
That's like, you succumb to that, man. I don't think this is for you, man. You know? Because really, I mean, marriage with a woman, the Most High, or he wants a male and a female to marry. You know, the Most High honors a union between a man and a woman, especially if it's pure. You know, but none of this shit is pure, man.
None of these women are pure.
Hell no. Not in the West. You know.
Yo, over in
You
Saudi
gonna make
Arabia,
that- yeah.
they just killed a woman because they said she was too westernized. Or something like that.
Bro, she's trash. You can't use that. She gonna be sleeping around and twerking or making twerk videos and shit, man. What? No, we can't have that, okay, man. That behavior is gonna spread to the rest of the women, and we gonna lose our women.
It's dishonorable.
Yeah, putting shame on our household, our, you know,
Our
our
name.
legacy, our forefathers. You know, they put that shit out early, man. And niggas over here marrying them. You know, marrying the city girl summer, man.
The hot girl something.
Ratchet ass bitch. I can't think of her name.
This bitch getting trains run under the night before the wedding ceremony.
Yeah.
Got the male stripper, you know, with our homegirls. They going to the suite. They going out to Miami for the weekend or Sin City, Las Vegas. You know, you already know what they're doing. We see that all the time. You know, when we see these women going to the strip. You always see them with the what's the little thing on their head? The white
Veil.
They're walking around with the veil.
The bride.
Cum crust on the side of their mouth and shit. Just got done sucking off a stranger, you know, the night before, so they walking around with drinks, and she's getting ready to marry some sucker simp that said, you know, will you marry me?
You telling her she the best thing that ever happened to her,
Yeah,
and then he about to kiss her.
kiss her all in the mouth.
The bachelorette parties go way harder than the bachelor party.
God, bro.
Hell
They
yeah,
fool you on the TV.
Shit, all the women to get popped.
all of them. But see, to show you the foolishness, so you rather value that over everlasting life, man? That's more important than what the Lord has to offer you, man. Which the Lord ain't offering it, He's gonna give that to us.
yeah.
If we endure unto the end, He gonna give it to us, man. get your heart's desire in the kingdom, man.
But they say I'm coming to America. The clean one.
Clean here.
Right.
Clean one.
Come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 21. So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, Go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room.
There's still more laborers that we need, man. See, we out here laboring, but there's still room for more laborers. There's still room for more seats at the feast. You know? So that's why we're out here, we come out here and we teach this word. You know? Whoever hear it, if that seed be sown, you're gonna come right in. If it miss, if it just hits the ground, but it doesn't go into the ground, then hey, you just, you know, you just gonna keep on walking by, man.
Scorched by the sun, you know, because it had no demons to burn.
Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 23, And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges.
Go out to them streets, man. Just go work. Go work, man. Go put in the work. And this is that work right here, man.
Right.
Doing his work, man. Prophesying, teaching, edifying, exhorting, rebuking, correcting, reproving. And this word is a cure. So you're curing the spiritually maimed, the spiritually blind, the spiritually sick. All right, there are people they're being restored back to life, man. Now they're becoming sound. All right, mentally, spiritually, man. Go ahead.
Go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
Hey, because the harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. There's going to be a point, like Yahweh Shai said, was that John 9 and 4. What does it say? Basically where it says, yeah, I love that. I love it. I love it, baby. That's right, man. Hey, you know, they're supposed to do that.
Yeah, we're doing something right.
They're supposed to do that, man.
God just lift us the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do that, man.
The water y'all
The water Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Read that again.
Verse 23, And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
So right now is the time to be going out there on the highways and byways and speaking. All right, constant edification going on. Okay, reaching the hopeful elect. That's all we concerned with. All right, that's what we do this for. We ain't doing this for the whole nation. That's what these other groups get misconstrued. We can't save the whole nation.
Right.
All right, but hey, but us coming out here, as long as we're speaking, the elect, they're gonna hear it, and they're gonna automatically come in by the Spirit, by the word.
Yeah, but in essence, we really are saving the whole nation. Just
Well,
we
yeah,
can't
because they
save
go-
you from this, from the death by pain. You know, but you get saved because many you get to come back into the truth after death by pain.
Yeah.
Next go around. So we're sealing those that'll be your forefathers. So in a sense, that's true. But
Ultimately,
help all these missiles, though.
Yahweh Shai basically died for the nation of Israel.
right,
So really, it's through him, you know,
right.
that Jake is still gonna, you know, be saved. Like it says in Romans 11, it was at 26, and all Israel shall be saved.
Yeah.
You know,
I got a pretty goose to read.
Hold it 1 second.
It's Mark 8 and 34. And when he called the people unto him with his disciples, also he said unto them, Whomsoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.
yeah. Like the Lord said, my burden is
My yoke.
my yoke is easy, and my
Burden is light.
The burden is light. You know? So once you you learn the simplicity of Yahweh Shai, man. You know, and this word is no longer complex to you. You know, basically it's easy to bear it, man. Even though on the other end it gets real bitter. It does actually get hard. But if you can't handle it, then hey, that millstone is gonna grind you up.
The beautiful thing about it is, as hard as it gets or bitter as it gets, there's a balance to it. Either way, there's a balance to it. As good as it is, there's a balance of bitter. As sweet as it is, you know, and as bitter as it is, there's a sweetness balance to it. You know, but you have to endure. It's like eating what's the warhead? And candies is real super sour, extremely sour. Oh, but then eventually it gets sweet.
Remind me that they say first they're sour, then they're sweet.
Yeah, I forgot what
Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids.
Can't think of the other candy. That's the name of it.
Which in reality, it's kind of like that, but it's the opposite.
Yeah.
You taste it and it's sweet first.
Kind.
But when you sit down to it,
Yeah,
like,
bite into it, it's like, oh,
that shit.
this is nasty.
Bitter.
Yeah.
Damn.
But you mentioned the key word, endure.
Kind.
The word endure means to make hard.
Kind.
And only people that are built for adversity, they're gonna be able to handle the bitterness.
Kind.
You know, like the Lord said, my burden is light.
Yep.
So if you're a hardened individual, only something that's solid, something that's hardened, can carry something that's heavy. You're not gonna put no big ass rock stone upon a jug bottom. Okay, it's gonna crush the bottom. You know, so you got to be hard like a stone in order to bear the adversity, man, the yoke, the burden.
You can't worry about say if you're really caring, you can't worry about how your hands hurt. What matters, you can't set this down. You got to get it from here to the end of your course.
Yeah.
Wherever the end is at.
And that goes back to what the brother was reading.
Yeah.
All those dudes with excuses. This would be too burdensome for them, so they make all kind of excuses because they want to be comfortable. This world is about comfort.
Releasing your flesh.
Yeah. See, in this thing, you're gonna be burdened in the flesh, but in the spirit, you're gonna be always comforted, man.
Kind.
That's right.
And that's what the world doesn't see. That's why they hate this, man.
Yeah.
I gotta know.
In the future, it's a lot. My bad.
You got it.
In the future, it's gonna be the opposite though. We're gonna be comforted, and then you're gonna be burdened.
We're going to be comforted both in the flesh and in the
In
physical.
our new flesh,
The
right?
flesh and the spirit. It's like,
Right.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself.
It's like pre-dance, pre-sale tickets, man. You pay a little bit now. You gotta pay, but you pay a little bit now. But if you wait till at the door, you gotta pay that heavy price at the door. That's what this is for us. It's real. It's only a little bit of a what was the word it said? It said it again?
little chastised.
It's a little chastised now. But if you catch that missile fire and everything that leads up to that missile fire, you caught it. You caught it, man. That's gonna be a way heavier price to catch that at the door price, man. Get the pre-sale ticket, man. This is the pre-sale ticket. All right.
As gold is in the furnace, has he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine.
That burnt offering is sacrifice. We're sacrificing and becoming a sacrifice.
Say, make your body
A living sacrifice. Yeah.
In the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble.
Hey, that's the reward for those that serve him, man. That follow him, that stood stiffly, man. All right, the Lord's gonna change you. He gonna hook you up. He got them everlasting tabernacles waiting for you. You know,
In my Father's house, there are many mansions.
man, you got all that waiting for you, man. You know,
riches to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
That's right, man. The Lord ain't gonna forget what brothers been out here doing, man.
That's your turn.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
Just look back, you know, and Lot's wife.
Yeah, because hey, if you quit a job, you ain't gonna keep getting checks.
Right.
Bro.
That's it. You ain't getting shit for doing nothing else.
Last check and that's it.
That's it.
If you finish your course, you retire.
Hey,
God.
Your pension is supposed to kick in. You're supposed to keep getting them checks.
This is Numbers chapter 23 and verse 19. Yahweh is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Had he said, and shall he not do it?
God.
Or had he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
He said both of them.
Yeah, God. God.
He spoke good and bad. Good unto the good and bad unto the bad. Death unto the dead and life unto the living. And this word is what makes you live.
so hey, that's why we give diligence, man.
God.
We have the gift of faith to believe that we're gonna receive for what we're doing. And we're forsaking everything. We no longer have the cares of this life. Our big concern, our priorities.
Not doing it for bank
We're not doing this for glory. We set our bodies as a living sacrifice. Hey man, we believe that we're gonna get some at the end of this, man.
eternal life. Being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Salvation.
God.
Infinite, man. And that's what since the beginning, no really with those first fruits.
Sirach 6 and 19. And somebody else can also get James 5 and I think like around 11 or 12.
Sirach chapter 6 and verse 19. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon.
Yeah. Hey, the Lord is not unrighteous to forget your works, man. He's going to reward you for that. All the fruit that you produce, you're going to get to eat of that at the end of it all, man. You got to work.
It's like you have a harvest. And at the end, once you planted everything, and at the end of the season, you got to reap the harvest because you put in work in the beginning times to go out there and plow and plant, and water it. Yep. Go ahead.
But they call it the fruits of your labors.
Sorry.
You get the fruits of your labors.
God.
The things that you work for, you get the benefits of it.
Yeah. And even the scriptures tell you that maybe Yahweh Shai shall rise first. Yeah, because what? The works that they did when they were on earth, they followed. You know?
See, the only thing that contrary to the world and to God's way is that, see, we toil, we work, we plow, we plant. You know, we sow and then we wait for a harvest. But it takes a little time. But when the harvest comes, it's very beneficial.
Yeah.
What the world and society has us thinking is we need everything right now, right then, right then.
Gratification.
So if I need everything right now, right then, then I'm going to be willing to sacrifice my freedom and everything else just to get what I think I need right then and there.
Yeah, but this world is not of this because this, like what I'm saying, is fast food. It ain't just like going to In-N-Out or somewhere and getting a burger in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it may,
That's bullshit.
it may taste good.
Exactly. That's why it's like this, you know, we gotta put in the work so that our future pay off down the road when economic collapse, famine, pestilence, all these calamities are gonna come to America. We pray that our fruits will pay off so we'll be delivered from those times and delivered ultimately from the destruction of America.
You said something. They're not patient.
Yeah.
The word patience means to suffer. I mean, you have to suffer the time that it takes to get what you need or what you want, or do the things that it takes to get to the point. And without that patience, that suffering, and waiting for it, what do you get out of it? You get all the. If you go to a 5-star restaurant, they know to have 3 or 4 courses because your main course is going to take 45 minutes to an hour to get to the right.
They'll be looking like, wow, why aren't they starving? Why aren't they hungry? Because when times were good, times here in America are not as bad as they are in other countries. So while the times are good, you guys are still out here planting seeds, you know, preaching the word of God. So don't you think that he's going to look down and reward you guys?
I have no doubt in my mind.
In six troubles,
us,
he
you know?
showed
Just
it.
take a lot of boldness, man.
Yeah.
It's 19 stuff.
Yeah, con.
I got this. Isaiah chapter 65, verse
You get that, Joe?
11. For ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forsake my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore I will number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. But did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat, and ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, and ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, and ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing with joy of heart, and ye shall cry with sorrow of heart, and shall howl from vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord God shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
Whoa.
And you can use that twofold because they're talking about food literally and the food of this knowledge and this wisdom. Because people like Amos 8:11, where people want to desire this knowledge, this wisdom, you know, they're going to desire this knowledge and this wisdom in the scripture, and they're going to look for answers over actual food and you know, but they're going to be desiring that too, but mainly this truth, this knowledge.
Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. We fear him now, while it's good, like you said, that once it goes down, he will share his wisdom with us that will preserve us through it all. While these same people will be starving.
Because fear of the Lord is not something you just wake up and do. You have to, that has to grow with you, grow with your faith, grow with your knowledge, and all these things. You know, if everyone doesn't have the fear of the Heavenly Father. So when that day comes, through the scriptures we know through the Spirit, 2/3 of our people are going to give in to the demands of Esau, Edom, give in to the devil, take his mark, and they're going to be finished. They're going to be through. But those that are diligent, those that are fervent in the Spirit, they're going to adhere to this knowledge and this wisdom and get these fruits and while they're here, you know?
Job 5 and 19 said, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Job 25. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Yeah, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and with the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Why? Because we are one with God.
Who controls all that?
Is there any way possible? What's this young man name?
About the sun. Chapter
That's my
37.
favorite chapter too, brother. And matter of fact, I was gonna pull that just like moments before. The Lord said He's gonna give us heart's desires.
Yeah, you want that.
But not thyself because of that you get it.
From the top? 37 from the top? This is Psalms chapter 37 and verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon...
Let me say something. A lot of our people and even the heathen, they prospering in doing what the hell they doing.
Yeah.
You know? It's like they doing what they do and they're comfortable doing it.
Because they're serving their God.
Because they're serving, yeah, exactly. You know? So us, we're not to envy that. Let the just be unjust still.
Kind.
You know, let them fulfill the hearts of their desire, which is to be a demon. You know, do as thou wilt. Let them do it. Because the Most High, like it says in was that 2 Corinthians, for all must appear before the judgment seat. You know, He's gonna judge them according to whether they did good or bad.
Yeah, the scripture say your sin's gonna be your accuser in that day also.
Yeah. And the wages of sin.
Yeah. Verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and He shall give thee the desires of thy heart.
Desires of thy heart. That's what I was looking for. That was what I was looking for right there. You know.
Verse 5. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass. And He shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in this way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth.
Yet a little while.
Patience.
Verse 10, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah.
And we're real close right now.
Thou shalt diligently.
We are real close right now.
Yeah. Thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I mean, that whole chapter go, but I got a quick brief.
Could I pray?
It's,
Real quick.
huh?
Could I pray with you guys real quick?
When we pray, we don't pray out in the open. We pray in secret, like the Lord said.
Well, let's pray. Let's pray in secret. You guys keep your faith. Stay steadfast in what you're doing now. When we pray. Okay?
All right, man. Let me get this quick. It's 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and 26. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 24. It says, "Abide still, O my people, and take thy rest, for thy quietness shall come. Nourish thy children, O thou good Nora." It's really funny in the 16:11. Second Ezra 2. Yeah, it says, "Establish their feet. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful. But thou shalt be merry and have abundance." Go back to that verse, bro. That verse that you just read.
Verse 11, "But the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance, of peace."
That's right, man.
Hallelujah.
The Lord's gonna give his servants peace, man.
Con.
We're gonna get peace, man.
Brother, before you go, the name of the Lord is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Those are the proper. Yahweh. Who you ignorantly call God, his name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai.
What they call Jesus
We
Christ.
pronounce it Yeshua and Yahweh,
Those are.
but
But you gotta understand there was no e's or no u's in
Only two vowel sounds.
the ancient Hebrew. Lashon Kadash.
hello people, how you doing?
Because I heard you, I overheard you praying, and you didn't call on the name Jesus, and they let you know in that day, the name Jesus Christ is not going to save you. The names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are the names that you are to call on as an Israelite to be saved. But I'm just hey, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So that name, that's the name of who?
The Heavenly Father,
Heavenly Father.
Yahweh,
Heavenly Father.
is Yahweh.
Yahweh.
And who they call Jesus Christ, his real name is Yahweh Shai. And this is what he looks like, according to the Bible's depiction of it.
I'm sure he know.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's well. I can tell you well versed in the scripture, so I already know you already know that.
I normally come. My route is this way, but the Lord detoured me and had me come this way. And when I got up off the street and I seen you guys, my spirit was just starting rejoicing within, because this is very rare that you see the young men of God posted up and representing my Father. I get excited about stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So see, now you guys have strengthened me and gave me some encouragement, because that's what I need. See, you never know how just you being here and being at your post, how it affects someone. It's a need, it's a necessity. So can you imagine if on every block, like they got a liquor store, and they got brothers posted like real.
Right.
I love you guys.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. Good, man.
See you, brother. We're here every week. Right here.
And that's why it's the importance of coming out here on the highways and byways.
You said it
Putting in
earlier,
that
right?
work, man.
Yep.
Your eyes shall see thy teachers.
Con, Isaiah 34.
What did we say when they was like, there's the one that'll end up with talking about them two East African jakes, whatever that was up here earlier, saying, well, what good is it if y'all out here and nobody listening? Well, it does something. It really does hold place.
Yeah.
And that's proof.
Con.
It know, if you
People are watching. People are paying attention, man.
Right.
Just
How many
because
times we heard
you have a
Shalom?
different attitude, that doesn't mean everybody else share the
Right.
same attitude, man.
How many times we said Kwame Ashala going up the street?
Right.
He may not stop today. He may not stop next week. He may have been watching for 2-3 months, but eventually he may come out. You know, like you said, he may be willing the day of thy power. You know, the other Jake, he was kind of gone, but he might have had a little something off. He may get healed in that day. You never know how us being out, like he said, you don't know how much it strengthens somebody by seeing y'all out here. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, when people say that, that's not the same as a cheerleader.
Kind.
You know, he truly understood what it was.
Kind.
He truly understands the purpose.
Right.
He acknowledges that this is the labor.
Yeah, kind.
These are the works.
Exactly, bro.
He said he was a fellow laborer, right?
And don't it say in
servant?
Matthew 5, where it talks about let your works be shown before men.
Kind.
I think it's like Matthew 5. Let your light shine before men.
Yeah, kind. Yeah, candle head. It's like cities set on the hill shall not be hid, or something like that.
Matthew 5 and 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt has lost its savor, wherewith shall ye be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden down under foot of men. But ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Kind.
Neither this can't be hidden.
Kind.
You know, this is why all these Christians are coming at us. This is why Sonnetter, the House of Conscience, comes at us. These Muslims be coming at us. Vocab, everybody comes at us, man. That's why all of a sudden you got the Black Identity Extremist report. You know, why would they create something like that, man? It's just another clever way of trying to basically get at us.
Kind.
Even though we don't subscribe to black ideology, man. We're not black, man.
Kind.
But that's a label that they placed upon us because we're considered black people according to this world.
And they control the narrative, so they're gonna put whatever label they want on us.
Exactly.
So that lets you know that this thing is not hidden. Everybody sees it. It's affecting everybody.
Just as the news anchor, Fox or CNN or whatever, not reporting.
Yeah.
Don't mean nobody's seen it.
I
Kind.
mean, they've already reported it on a small level.
Kind.
It kind of got steam, you know, earlier this year.
Yeah, and
Hey, Slucky, they making a movie about it. Now,
Yeah.
Thy day shall come.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
yeah.
This thing ain't hidden. Everybody knows.
It kind. It was even in that movie about Obama too, or that Netflix thing about Obama. Jake was out there preaching and prophesying in the movie.
Huh?
Man, it's funny because Vocab in his movies, he went into the whole little thing. He went over that about how Vocab, man, I hope you understand what you're doing. You're trying to play like you're not on our side. You're helping us. Yeah. You probably gonna get grabbed up too. And tortured.
Yeah, because his
Yeah,
purpose,
kind.
it's not being fulfilled for them. So they just,
Help.
you know, he was useless. Man.
God.
You useless, man. You didn't stop him, man. We sent you out there. We had you
Yeah.
equipped.
Kind.
We gave you the tools.
We paid for your seminary school.
Yeah, we trained you. What happened?
Gave
All
you,
them Israelites still waking up.
kind. Gave you your platform, your followers, your likes.
Yeah.
Gave you 15,000 subscribers.
Kind.
Even Edomites is giving us thumbs up.
Kind.
You see that shit?
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Say we let you rap.
Yeah.
We let you freestyle on your channel.
Gave you a ghostwriter.